The following program is brought to you in part by Johnny's Radiator Shop. For auto repair and air conditioning parts to fit everything under the sun, visit johnnysradiatorshop.com. Coach Hembree, welcome again for your weekly comments on the Warren Lumberjack football team. We won another game, another pretty tough battle, biggest part of the game, but we were able to beat DeWitt over there on the road. Talk about that game a little bit and just kind of update us.
I thought that DeWitt had a really good game plan. I thought they came out and moved the football on us and really kept the ball, I think, 20 out of 24 minutes in the first half. Thought our kids really came out flat under the circumstances. But, overall, they kept fighting. We found a way. Win's a win. That's what I told them. And now we just go forward from there. And, offensively, I thought we did some good things. I thought that, we ran the ball extremely well. Vincent had over 175 yards, and then Jamaica had a huge game at wide out, and we got to have some guys step up on both sides of the football, and we're gonna move some kids around to see what we can do. But I thought considering the circumstances, I thought that we were really flat. Probably the first time in probably 18 years that I've been here, that I guess 19 now, that we came out really flat, and it was a tough week for us. Everybody understands that, and our kids didn't. They handled it as well as they could, and just really fought through the game and just really got it over with.
Well, Comantre McKnight had a big game also, especially in the fourth quarter, didn't he?
Right, he did, and he's got to step up now. I mean, he's got to be the guy, and he understands that, and he can be. He's real electric, and we need to get the ball in his hands more, and we're going to try to do that. And he had a huge fourth quarter. I think he ended up with 4 or 5 catches for right at 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, and then Vincent's going to have more of a workload on him, and our kids have got to step up, and we understand that. And it was just a tough deal the way it happened. The news that we found out on Friday, and then having to go play a game, and Traylon meant so much to our football team. He meant a lot to our football team, from leadership to he's close friends with them guys, and that was a lot to do with how we played. I understand that, or I hope that's a lot that is the reason why we played that way. And I think that we got that out, and now we're ready to go forward and do what we can do and improve and move some guys to different places and get better.
Well, it just seemed like a couple of weeks ago you and I were talking about the fact that the first part of the season, first half of the season basically, we kind of gotten through without a whole lot of injuries, and it has kind of piled up on you here the last couple of weeks.
It has. We've had 4 or 5 crucial injuries that's really hurt our football team, and hopefully they're going to therapy every day, and we can get some of them back. We should get J.J. Hampton and Cade Weaver back this week, and then hopefully in the future we'll get Caleb Watson and Michael Miranda back. But when you lose 5 guys, starters, and some of them were two-way starters, it hurts your football team, and as you can tell, it hurt us the other night. And we had a lot of guys who wasn't used to playing both ways, that had to play both ways. We had some guys who hadn't played much snaps, hadn't played many snaps, played a lot of snaps, and but they're going to get better, and it's the next man up mentality. We've been through this before. The last couple of years we've had some crucial injuries, and our kids have overcome it. And it's like we talk about all the time. Adversity either builds character or rebuilds it. And in the past, it's always built it here, and I don't see no reason why it can't this year.
Well, I want to mention again your kicking game. Jesus Tinoco, who's been doing great all year, kicking kickoffs, extra points, field goals. Looked like he had another big game, and I think he punted for you.
Yeah, he does. He was our backup punter, and then when Traylon went down, he gets to punt. He was a little nervous, considering he's never done that before in a game setting. So, he dropped one, but ended up getting it off, and I think that he'll get better at that each week. They're going to rush him more so than they would rush Traylon, just because of the fact that they were scared that Traylon would take off running. So that's something that we got to really work on, is make sure we protect it and do the right thing so he can get it off. And he's got to catch the ball and punt it. But kickoff team was really good again. I thought we pinned them inside the 20 every time. We stayed in our gaps. We fitted really well, and we made tackles. And that's what we got to continue to do. We got to continue to be really good on kickoff team. We got to continue to be good on punt. And there's a lot of things that now that we need to improve on that we got to. We knew going into last Friday night, because we didn't really know, all week the situation. We really felt like that we would get him back in a few weeks, and then it didn't happen that way. So, we didn't really adjust a lot for that deal. So we had to go back and really revamp what we do, just because he was so big, part of what we do. He was a big, that's why he played more defense than he did offense. And that's something that we had to go relook at ourselves this weekend and make sure that we knew we couldn't do what we've been doing without him. So that was a lot of, Friday night was a lot on us, just because we didn't want to change a lot of stuff knowing that he could be back. So we did have to change a lot of stuff this week. So it's kind of like starting over week one again. But, that's exciting. Our kids, we got some young kids that's got to step up and get a lot of playing time. And I think they'll get better each week.
Well, before we move on to the next game, I do want to say this and get your comments, since Traylon will not be back, obviously, this year, and he's a senior. They do think the repairs are good. He'll be able to go on and play college ball if everything works out well.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. He had surgery last Thursday, and it went really well. And, he's in therapy every day now, and, he's going to work extremely hard. That's just the type of kid he is. And, I hate it for him. I hate it for any senior. It's been very unfortunate that we've had so many seniors go down with injuries that end their senior season that, they don't get that back, and he's meant so much to our program over the last 3 to 4 years. And his leadership is what we missed right now. But, the thing about, like I told our kids, he's going to be back out there in that role. As soon as, he's been at practice a couple times this week. So that's helped us. That's helped our kids. And I think that he'll, when he gets around more, that, he'll be a great help to us in that way. And we'll have kids step up. There's not a doubt in my mind. We've always had it. This is not the first time. In 2015, we lose Peyton Hargis in week 6. He was our best football player at the time, and we end up continuing we continue to get better. And by the playoff time, we was a really good football team. So it's happened. It's happened in the past, and we got to just go to work every day and take one day at a time, one step at a time, and get better.
Well, I don't think there's any question Traylon's legacy with Warren Lumberjacks is cemented. I mean, he's obviously had a great career already. I hate to lose him. I know everybody does. I know he does. But he's certainly left his legacy, and hope good things happen for him in the future.
Oh, no doubt. He's just an unbelievable football player that could do so much. He played offense, defense, kicking game, and he was just a weapon that people had to, and he was just a great leader. That's the big thing.
Well, let's talk about the upcoming game. It's time for the Saline River Shootout. So we go to Monticello Friday night. It's a road game, but we don't consider this much of a road game no further than it is. So that's the good news. 7 o'clock kickoff. Talk about Monticello.
Monticello is, I got a new coach. They hired him back, I guess, last spring, and he come in with a new offense and kind of kept the same defense. And really, he put a lot of emphasis on Warren. Every interview he had over the last 6 months has been about Warren, and they haven't won a ball game this year. But saying that, this is their huge game. This is their Super Bowl, and this could set their tone by beating Warren. And we coming out of a game that we didn't play very well against DeWitt, and they probably got a lot of confidence right now. They see that, and they see us without some key guys. But our kids came to work this week. I can say that they came to work. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday's been great. I don't see us. I think we'll have another great day today, and we're mentally we're ready. They run a spread offense. They play at a really fast tempo, and they got some speed. They got some athletes, and we got to make sure we contain them. And the biggest thing for us right now is with moving so many guys around, and it feels like a week one again. Really, is to go out there and start improving from week to week, and make sure that we're doing the right thing. And as fact is, make sure our fits were really bad last Friday night, and we didn't fit very well on defense. Offensively, we moved the football, but then we'd sputter a little bit, and we've done that this year some, but we got to be more consistent on the offensive side, and then defensively, I think we got to play as one. That's what we made a living doing around here that we didn't do last Friday night. And it's just being one unit out there and knowing what your responsibility is and not trying to do too much. And I thought we had some guys that was really trying to do too much last week that really just needed to do their job and let our defense take care of itself.
Well, again, we want to encourage. We need a big Warren crowd over there to really rally behind this football team. We've got a very good football team still, no question about that. even with the loss of Traylon, we have a championship caliber football team. I don't think there's any doubt. So I know you want the fans to
we need them
show up.
More so than ever, just because our kids, you could tell by last Friday night our morale was not very good. They've heard everything all across the state of Arkansas. Well, now they don't have Traylon. That's when a community needs to come together. And that's when a football team needs to come together, because we believe and Traylon believes that hey, we can still do this thing. But we need everybody. We need everybody to come together and fight. Fight every day, fight every play, and just I think we're going to be okay. We just need the support that we can do, that we can be okay.
Well, we urge everybody to show up over there Friday night at Monticello, 7 o'clock kickoff. We need a big crowd, and we need to be engaged in the football game, supporting this football team.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach. Good luck.
All right, thank you.